So what is a farrier? This is a question I get asked all the time. Many people that have never had much to do with horses will have probably never heard of a farrier. I'm a farrier, and in this video I'll be showing you what I do. At the end of this video, I'll show you one of my typical jobs. Let's start with what Wikipedia says about farriers. A farrier is a specialist in equine hoof care, including the trimming and balancing of horses' hooves and the placing of shoes on their feet if necessary. Time to unpack that a little bit. People have been riding horses for thousands of years, so it seems there must have been someone looking after their hooves. Historians think that the Celts, Romans and Greeks were some of the first people to shoe horses. It's pretty amazing to think that the job that I do every day is the same job that someone else was doing so many years ago. So am I a blacksmith then? Although the root of the word farrier might go back to the Latin word for iron, here in the UK, farriers and blacksmiths are not the same. Blacksmiths make all sorts of amazing things out of iron, whereas farriers focus solely, no pun intended, on equine hoof care. And we use some blacksmith skills to do that. Because animal welfare is so important to all of us who work with animals, around 50 years ago, a law was passed to create a register of farriers in the UK. This was designed to stop unskilled and unqualified people causing pain and suffering to horses by trying to shoe without skills and knowledge and experience. I started training to become a farrier when I was 16, and my apprenticeship was 4 years long. I had a lot of practical experience making shoes and shoeing horses, and learnt some skills from amazing farriers along the way. I've also done a lot of studying so that I understand the anatomy and physiology of a horse pretty well. So what does my farrier work look like? Let me show you what a normal job looks like. First, I'll chat to the owner or possibly the vet to find out if there are any issues. I like to be able to see the horse move too, if I can, so that I can make my own assessment. Then, I'll get the old shoes taken off, and they'll hopefully be quite worn, so we'll need replacing. Before I can trim the horse's hoof back, I need to clean the hoof up. As any horse owner knows, the way to keep your farrier happy is to make sure the hooves are clean and dry before we arrive. Now, despite what it might look like, the trimming isn't painful for the horse, and in fact should spread the loads more evenly, so it's more comfortable. To make sure the hoof is level, I finish off with the ruff. With the hoof prepared, it's time to turn to the horseshoe. I carry a full range of horseshoes in many different sizes, because just like our feet, they're all different shapes and sizes. So I'll start by selecting a shoe that's an appropriate size for that horse, heating it up in my forge, shaping it, and then grinding out sharp edges so that it fits that horse perfectly. So to make sure I've got the right fit, I hold the hot shoe against the hoof for a few seconds, which leaves a light impression and lets me see whether I need to make any alterations. When I'm happy with the shape, I cool the shoe down by sticking it in a bucket of water. So next it's time to nail the shoe on. With the shoe firmly attached, I can break off the tips of the nails and clench them to make sure that the shoe won't come off. I finish off by rasping the hoof wall so that it's smooth and oiling it, because I think our horses should be well turned out and we should take some pride in our work. So now you know what a farrier is. Thanks for sticking around to the end. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel. This channel is very new, so do let me know in the comments what you'd like to discover about the world of farriery. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.